Okay, hello everyone. This is Wade from Footprint. I'm currently VP of Engineering and currently have prepared for this presentation and for part two. And for the part one is another colleague happened 2 weeks ago, I guess. Okay, today we're going to talk about the data exploration with SQL and Python using Footprint. And comparing with the last workshop, this time I will go differently. I will go into several parts of including database of Footprint and using bounty tasks to in UniGrant, I guess, to show that how to finish those bounty tasks in provided by UniGrant using Footprint. I'm trying to show you the detailed demo. Also for part three, show you some feature demo. Try to show you the application layer on top of Footprint. So at the last part, I will show you how to using Python and to analyze the blockchain data. So let's get to the first part, and I'll show you the data dashboard and as a data overview in Footprint. I feel very thrilled to show you that today we have passed about 17 blockchain here, as you can see here. And the team has made a tons of work in order to do this. And besides, you can see that we have how many adjust we have here, and you can see how many protocol and how many NFT collection we have passed, and about 70,000 contract we have passed here. Also, if you look down below, you can see the detail past change here as a list. You can see the including Harmony, Moonbeam, and Solana, and I won't go all of them. So besides, we have a data dictionary here. This will show the data set we are using. Okay, so as you can see that at least some of the most used table here, and let me take an example. If we want to find the protocol cash flow, such as the inflow and outflow in a certain kind of business time, you can have you can search in defined transaction table. If you want a DEX rod chain, including some token chance to swap to another token, you can have a DEX chain here. So some of you might want to dig into some raw table in blockchain. You can always require to query certain kind of blockchain token transfer and certain kind of the blockchain transactions. Yeah, this is on the menu of the Footprint on the left. I'll show you here. Yeah, you can see chain under the chain menu here. You can see almost all of the blockchain transaction and token transfer up right here. Okay, let's jump back to the slide. Okay, next part I will show you the architecture behind the Footprint. So I will start it to show the current status of Fruitpea, and we will keep on updating the whole architecture. But let's show you the current status of Fruitpea, and let's start from the bottom. We have multiple data source here, including some is a pricing server, and some public blockchain node, and third-party service. And also we have using BigQuery's open data set, and another provide in as an off-chain data source. So in the middle database layer, we have in data warehouse and OLAP that in this OLAP we using which is usually we using in our Footprint official website, and in order to performance a fast query result to the user. And in the middle layer, we have Spark to calculate some of the metrics. So on the top, we have the access layer. And as I mentioned before, and usually the user will access through this line. And we will have some notebook environment for the user and the internal team to access using Python and using SQL to run on notebook environment. Also, the last workshop, I have shown you that we have some Excel-like or Google Sheet-like experience using also you don't need to code a single line of code to do this. We have technically we have some notebook server running behind them. Also, we have some API to get data as external apps. Okay, next we will have show you the data model. We might have some term named bronze level and silver level and gold level in Footprint's document. So this is what we decide the table. So this is basically from Databricks. I guess some of you who has background as a data analyst or data science, you might have heard of Databricks. So let me take an examples of what is bronze and what's the silver and gold. A quick sample. So let's take Ethereum for example. So if you have Ethereum transaction or Ethereum token transfer or even logs, that is called a raw table. Usually we have called it bronze level. And after some filter and clean it up and pass some of the smart contract into event, we have named silver, and the above one is gold. Is we do some daily aggregation or monthly aggregation, which is using our usually using our dashboard. So we call it gold. This is the term we have used in Footprint. Okay. So for the next part is which I have already showed you that the most used table. I will quickly go through it, and this table you can access them by the Footprint's data dictionary here. So I bring it up again in order to you can access them and get to know them when I show the bounty tax. You might need to sometimes remember where those table is, and sometimes you need to access them to see what's in the table. Okay. So so this is the bounty task of in unit grant. I've taken a screenshot of them. Basically, it's about show comparing with DAX, showing using metrics of user and volume and TVL and transaction and other kind of metrics. Okay, I will. This is the 11. Is the 11 challenge provided by Unigrand. So I've shown you some of the detail who's provided by the community. Here before I can click this link. Also, I need to show you more about it. Yeah, this is two dashboard contributed by the community. So as you can see, this user using Footprint to show the market cap, the TVL, and the trading volume, and aggregation by tags, aggregation by weekly of the TVL, and also some of the recorded circle chart, right? Yeah. I didn't go through all of this, but I guess as most of them are done it by using job experience without writing a single line for circle. So this is you can click on them. You can then, as you can see, this is kind of a drill down experience. As you can see that show the curve in, and Susie is a significant player in Ethereum as a DEX trade. So if I want to convert them into SQL, let's guess what we can do. So after I click the chart, you can see that here on the left you have two tables, and this is a DeFi protocol daily state, and it is joined by protocol info. So after this user have filtered some of the TVL, because why he filter this one is because this protocol contains other subtype which might not have TVL metrics. So also what we have as a subtype, what I mean is in the list that might not all of them are contain TVL. Okay, so if you want to convert them into SQL, you can always, okay, I'll show you if you wanted to using filter and then turn it into another chart using time series. You can click on day and convert them into daily, and also using this one. Yeah, I clicked the wrong one. And click plus. Yeah. So I need to filter. I guess I need to filter the latest day. Yeah, I forget to. So after I filtered the previous 30 days, you have this table here, and you can always visualize them using timeline. This, yeah, this. I might forgot to using a group by. Yes, this is only contains all of them. And I will try to using convert this chart to circle. So you can always using this edit box. Sorry, you can use this edit box to convert them into circle and then edit certain kind of filter or group by anything if you like here. So this is the chart, one of the chart that this user provide. Let's see another one. This is by this user is done this bounty task also using Footprint, and he have shown you that also the DEX trading volume compared with different we call the protocol. He have shown you that some animation, also some time series table, and this one is interesting. So I've so click it detail. So this one is contains two XX. It contains the price of Ether and also the we call it the liquidity amount. This column is provided by this table. If you want to see the what kind of information this table has, you can always using the search box here. This is a new feature, and you have those dashboard, chart, creator, and data set. This is kind of data set. So you can see that what kind of data column it has, and this is the one showed in the chart. We also have some key performance column such as add liquidity and transaction count and remove amount and liquidity transaction and also add liquidity. Yeah, add liquidity assets. Adjust. So let's jump back to this slide. On this chart, you can see that there are two axes. One is the green one is remove liquidity amount, and the next one is the Ether price. But how could it do this? And you can see the same if filter the previous half year, almost half year, and after filtering certain kind of token symbol, and here is using as I used before on date by daily, and here he's using a combo chart. On combo chart, once you click it, and you can see the x-axis you have on date, then you have these two column One is the price on the left and in red, and the other is remove liquidity amount. Okay, you can also add another series if you like. So let's jump back to the slide here. There are more about it, and if you can search in the Footprint search box, you can search them. And I won't go through all of the detail in this chart. And if you're interested in those, you can search them. This is called DEX overview. Also, you can search this user. You have a creator here. You can click them, and then you can see how many chart and how many dashboard this user have created, and you can find them as an example. So for the next part is I want to show you that in Footprint we want to how we want to build an application layer on top of Footprint. And here the dashboard of GameFi. And for this part, I won't go through all of them because for the last part, one of our colleague Alex have shown you this dashboard. Also, it has some kind of a drill down experience. So as you click one of them, you can see that it link to another dashboard. This is kind of a drill down experience. So as I said, I didn't want to go for this one because it's recorded for the last part. I will go through all this part, and I'll show you how we build an airdrop analysis. So airdrop, okay. Yeah, for this part, let's say that sometimes you want to do an airdrop for some address, and you can use some of the filter on the top of this, and then you can select some of the filter if you like, and select at least transaction is 2, and who has invested in certain kind of protocol, and for this data is last month's data, and also you can choose certain kind of chain if you like. As you can see that there are about 1,000 target address was selected. The net flow is below 0, and you can see that and the net flow distribution after this filter, and yeah, the total here. This is the address filter, and if you're interested in the detail, you can download it. After you can click this to link to a chart, and then you can download it as a CSV file. So then you can perform your airdrop. So let's say that after a couple of days that you have finished your airdrop, and you want to analyze the result and the key performance. You can upload it through the feature of upload CSV, and then you can have those CSV file, those data and of address contained in the file that you have just uploaded, and you then have the result of the airdrops KPI. Okay, yeah, for this part, that's it for this part. It is an application, a demo for Footprint, and what's behind them is we're using Python to calculate some of the metrics, and I will show you more about it. Okay. Yeah. And this one is the wallet address analyst, and is similar to the airdrop analytics. It's using the same technique running behind. So you can see that, in fact, it's using the same dashboard. So another part, let's call this one. Yeah. Another part is about the competitor analyst. Yeah. And also this is advanced filter here. You can choose the competitor that you want to choose. And as you can see that here in PancakeSwap and in Trader Joe, and which is in Avalanche blockchain, and comparing with Uniswap B3, and you can see that we have new user and active user and user percentage and total user and last 24 hours percentage change. So you can compare them one by one. So as I said, this is using Python to compute in the background. So I've shown you that all of the three demo that which is address filter and the airdrop, also the airdrop analyst and the competitor analyst as application layer on top of Footprint. And so for the last part is I've shown you what's behind them using Python to calculate those metrics, and we'll show you a quick demo about it. And close this one. Yes. And I'll show you here. We provide with the internal team and the community user to show you that how we can using our SDK to and our environment to explore the blockchain data. So if you're familiar with Python, I will skip this part. It's just certain kind of import. And in this part, I'll show you that how we construct a transaction parser, and it has inherit a block. But in this part, I will have show you the key function here. In fact, in the internal repo of our project is running the same. Using the same method. We usually have two key methods. One is we get a dependent date, one is run function. So we decided, but why we want to decide it like this? Because we wanted to work as a data flow, like a block with input and output, but all of them are running input as a data frame and output as a data frame. So as you can see that I'll show you that I read the transaction or BSC token transfer. Here I filtered the USD Ajax and using sometime a filter or filter 10,000 USD, and because it's using USDT, this is also is USDT amount. Yeah. Okay. After I run this, I will have this to get from the database directly. So so I guess if you get familiar with Python, you can do anything you like, and including draw something using to prop something. Okay, and you can have the result here. Also, if you want to download them, and you can save it to CSV file here, and then upload to the community. Here you can upload it. After you have downloaded those CSV file, you can using the upload function to upload your data. So I won't go every detail because it's running late. Okay. So back to the code here. And for the last part, for the internal team, we have the save to database function. So you don't need to directly save to, you don't need to download a CSV file. But as I mentioned in the architecture, we have certain kind of API to provide by our team to upload the CSV to the Footprints database. Yeah. Also, we will have a feature to run as a schedule, and sometimes if you run a certain kind of Python code, that you need to get a schedule that runs every hour or every day. So we have code to do it like this. Also, we will have try to have a notebook environment zipline in order to do it more easily. So that's end of this part. I hope you like it. Okay. Yes, that's almost the end of this sharing, and I will leave some time for the community to ask any question if you like. So Amanda, can you send a message to the community so that I can get to know whether the community is like this feature of using Python to analyze the blockchain data. And currently we have a Spark environment running behind them, so that we can analyze large amount of data. And also, as I said, you have a schedule provided by Zipline, which is I prefer. It would be more easily to run as a Tomcat job. So if you like this feature using Python to analyze the blockchain data, you can vote a thumbs up in the message. Okay, I've leave some time for you guys to ask question. You can ask anything if you like. Yeah. So I have a question for the community and the audience. And does anyone using Python to analyze the blockchain data? Nope. Seems all of you are using SQL.
Yeah, I'd say most of the community right now uses SQL via Dune and Flipside, and kind of those types of tools available. So we do have one comment in the workshops panel, based on the demo that we've done so far. Is there a way that you could go in and kind of show like how to do stuff rather than what can be done? So kind of going into the Footprint Analytics tool and kind of giving a quick demo of some high level analysis maybe, but showing writing some SQL and how that pulls the data out and turning that into visualization versus maybe some drag and drop no code solution there. as opposed to going through like some work submissions that had been previously done. I don't know. I try to throw a curveball at you, but if that would be great if possible.
Yeah, great to hear that. So I guess if you got no more question for now, you can reach me to the Discord or Twitter in both in MatrixDAO and our official Discord grouping. Okay, I will try to end the presentation for now.
Thank you to Footprint for coming on and walking through what their tool can do. Andrew, I know they had given us a couple account access. Is that has that already been disseminated?
I believe everyone who provided an email should have gotten a 1-month trial of their basic service. And if you didn't, just reach out to me or Borg, and we'll get you the access you need.
Yes, I guess as usual, we'll give the audience 1 month as a pro user as before. I guess you can reach out to our community manager in Discord or also on Twitter. You can get those account. It's a paid account.
Oh, sounds good. We'll drop their information on the workshop channel, so you could just use that. But thank you everyone for coming.
Okay. Okay, I believe some Amanda, would you have to show the free account for at least 1 month and drop them to the Discord in MatrixDAO? Yeah. Okay. I ask my colleague to help to do this. Yeah. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah. Just send me the email. Yeah.
Yeah, you can send a message that in the channel of MatrixDAO, and so that the people can get to know this free account for at least 1 month. Okay. Yep, that's pretty much all from my side. Thank you, everyone.
Okay. Perfect. Well, thank you for coming on. And yeah, if you could drop a note in the workshops channel, that would be great. And we can collect some emails and let people dive in and start to use the Footprints tool. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
But thank you so much.
Later.
Appreciate you coming on. Yeah. Appreciate your time. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. Bye. Bye.
Cool. Thanks, everyone.
Bye, everyone.